Hey everybody, it's Luke here. So, over the last few weeks, half the party have been in different countries, so we're a little behind on our content at the moment. That means we don't have a new episode for you this week, but we do have something else. A long time ago, I cut together the raw audio from our initial recording for the very second episode, the Great Library Heist Part 2. Long story short, we were all on something that night, or there was something in the air, because we were out of it the entire time. We thought it'd be fun to stock up all that garbage, shove it together, and release the raw footage, unedited audio, as a sort of blooper reel. Given we don't have a new episode for you this week, this is the perfect time to finally share with you Whack-A-Roll The Garbage Fire, Episode 1. A little behind the scenes before we go, there's a few things we mentioned here and there that you guys will probably need an explanation for. First of all, we have an audio sync. What that means is, because we all record in our own program, so I can edit together later, I have to have a way to align those audios. So we all count down from 10 in time with each other out loud at the start of every recording session. You'll hear that right at the beginning. And second of all, we have a code. I think we mentioned it a couple of times. The code is, in essence, if you want to retake a line or you think we need to re-explain something, we post a poop emoji. We post a poop emoji in our group chat. So we do bring those few things up here and there, so I thought it was important to just kind of give you that background context. Anyway, enjoy this hot mess, people. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the next real episode. Do let us know how you find this, because this was obviously right at the beginning of our recording, so it's a bit rough here and there, but I would be interested to see if you guys want more of this sort of content in the future. Anyway, toodles. Audio sync begins. 3, 2, 1.
Wait. I'm not
10.
on Discord.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0.
Tom, did you use your microphone for that, or did you count?
He didn't count.
I counted in my head.
You can't. That's not the point.
Tom, you need to do it out loud.
Oh yeah,
The
I
point
probably
is
clapped.
syncing the
God damn it, Thomas!
Tom, buddy, I love that. Al, you haven't unmuted your microphone. Do you want to just come in, chime it's
Oh
Tom's an
my
idiot,
God.
and then we'll recount?
I fucking hell! I've been dying. Please keep this section of audio just for like bloopers.
I will.
Why are you guys making fun of me so much? I want to know what happened.
You have to.
I'd
Tom,
forgotten
you've done
about it,
this
and then
enough.
now I'm remembering, and there's
I was-
resentment in this Discord.
No. You're like, I was
God.
counting in my head, but you're supposed to count for the audio sync.
I was like,
Yes.
watching and seeing that Tom's thing wasn't muted. I was like,
I know,
oh god,
same.
Tom's gonna come in and start messing it all up because it'll be like the two voices at once, and then you just didn't count numbers, and I was like, oh.
Like, I'm not joking this. I saw that Tom didn't mute his microphone, assumed the exact same thing, so turn my volume to 0, so that would... Right, everyone, we're going to go again.
Okay, everybody mute.
Okay, but can we clap as well?
Yeah, sure.
Yay!
But you have to count out loud with your words. Are you ready, Tom?
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself, and you'll never know.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Fuck.
5,
You.
4,
Guys.
3,
You.
2,
Suck.
1.
Lots.
0.
There you clap. I clapped.
I also,
You can all now unmute.
I also
Hello.
clapped. I was
No,
just
Tom,
about
did you
to
use your
stop
words?
Audacity and say
Yes, I
unmuted.
used my words.
Okay.
The question is which words.
Oh,
He
fuck
counted in
everybody else
French.
this Discord.
Okay. Right. We're going to go for episode 1 introductions. And I'm just going to... We should decide in order, and I would recommend that I start because I'm GM, and then we go down in the order that it were listed in the Discord.
Alright, so I'm last.
Yeah, that way we've just got that established order, and then from this point onwards, pardon me, we should try to do it in that order from this point onwards, like, so it's always the same intro.
Wait, I don't. I've got. What do I just?
What?
You want the script?
I don't know. Well, I just don't. I'm wondering what kind of. It's not like we can say like, "Hi, I'm Tom. I have a Let's Play channel called Game."
No. You're just like I'm Tom, and I'm playing Phalark. Like,
If you want to add a goof in
there,
there,
like the half-elf highwayman.
if you want to add a goof in there, feel free to add a goof in there. Like, this is just like I'll write it in the Discord, but like basic script. The only plot points we need to list are I'm player name playing character name. Like, that's all we need.
We can add in some premium fucking goofs in the further on episodes. Like,
I don't have a goof yet.
I am the sapient raccoon living in your dumpster, and I play Yaga.
Yeah, but for now, especially like even if we're doing that, it should be I'm the sentient raccoon living in your dumpster, Allison.
Sapient.
What did I say? I said
Sentient.
Close enough. Okay, let's get rolling then. Hi everybody, welcome to Whack-A-Roll and our first campaign arc, Vagabonds. My name is Luke, and I will be your GM today.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I will be playing the half-elf highwayman Phalark.
Hi, I'm Dora, or Dee, and I'm playing the cinnamon roll that is Philippe.
And I'm Al, and I'm playing the druid human old lady Yaga.
And now we're doing episode 2.
Hooray!
Boy.
Good.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Whack-A-Roll Vagabonds. My name is Luke, and I will be your GM today.
You already said that just now.
Stop!
It's been 2 weeks since I said it, though.
Cut this bit. Go again.
Oh, okay, you want me to retake my intro?
God damn it,
It's fine,
Tom!
1 second. There you go, Tom. I'll use our code for that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to... Oh, you done there, Tom? This is the... Oh, I can just cut you guys out. I'm just going to mute my headset for a second. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Whack-A-Roll Vagabonds. I'm Luke, I'm the one who tells the story, the GM man.
Oh, we're doing all.
Oh
Okay.
my god!
Oh my god, Tom! Jesus
We
Christ!
thought we'd done that bit fine. It was just a bit after that we were redoing.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
This is
Oh
what
my
happens
God.
when I don't have a drink to go with the game.
Right, Tom, just do your second character introduction.
Okay. Okay. You can do it. They're not laughing at you.
Please, shoot me. Just rob them, Tom!
Everyone stop laughing so I
I'm
can
trying.
speak.
Right, let's just mute.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I'm playing the half-elf highwayman Phalark.
Hi, I'm Dora, or Dee, and I'm playing your boy Philippe.
I'm sure that came out fine in her audio, but that could
Yeah,
right,
it
no,
will.
skipping. And I'm Al, I've still not been fired, and I play Yaga.
We're not going to fire you.
That's not what my producer says.
That's not what my
I didn't
agent
realise we
says.
started an arc about this.
Okay. So, last week we left off with you guys traveling to Tayvale to go to the Spiral Inn where you're meeting with this informant for the job. The Spiral Inn is a very well-known pub in north of Tayvale, as it's built into the walls of the old city. The city was like a fort town, so it's got these like big stone walls that surround it. And when like kind of the world entered an era of peace, a whole section of that wall was repurposed with an inn being made out of it. The bar itself where you'll be meeting is at the... Oh, that's my microphone we were just whacking.
Whoops.
Why can't we do anything right?
I got...
It's just not our night, is it?
This is a great
Those
night.
days.
what? I need to find a line that I can enter in on in my script.
Need like your props
And
on the side of the stage.
Yeah. An inn was made out of. A bar was made out of one of the turrets of this wall, and like right at the top of it, it's an outside bar that is warmed by a fire pit in a well, contained in the very center of the room, and it's protected from the elements by like a magic bubble that projects around the fire and the outside turret itself, almost like one large semi-spherical window. Who do you like? Let's talk about how your characters are arriving. We kind of know how you were traveling there, but you have a note to meet someone at a time. When do you guys sort of like appear? Let's start with Tom.
Okay. So then, if I get it wrong, we can just do over quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Phelock, I think, he will. He'll pop his way in the bar quite happily. He'll maybe be there a little bit early. He's not actually used to being around a city where he can walk with his face uncovered, so he's kind of just enjoying that at the moment. He strolls up to the bar and quite happily orders a drink.
Nice. The bartender is. She's this quite friendly-looking halfling lady. She's got like a short red braid that falls on her shoulders. She's always quite cheery, although a little bit tired. She wears just a simple like cloth dress with a brown apron with a few stains splodged on here and there from like spilled mead or like I was going to say meat juices, but that's not the phrase we want to use.
Meat juices.
Love me
Meat
some juice.
You.
Unfortunately,
When you approach,
that is the culinary term for them, so you just kind of have to live with it.
when you approach the bar, she kind of looks up at you and goes, "What are you having?"
I think Phelock looks up and down the bar and sees what some of the other patrons are ordering. A couple of dwarves have just ordered pints of meat juice.
What?
Which he's decided is certainly not for him. But he takes a look at maybe a menu or something. Is there anything like that on the wall?
No, there's not a menu.
Fuck you, man! It's D&D. I can do what I want.
List somewhere, maybe.
He looks.
Yeah, okay,
he looks
no,
at
you're
the
right.
Menu. He looks at the menu that we're doing with our imaginations.
Okay,
and he
no,
orders
fine.
a mojito.
Fine. You get like
It's a fantasy mojito.
Oh my god!
It's a moonlight mojito.
Let me explain the goddamn mojito menu.
Thank you.
There's like a ornate origami swan that you unfold to reveal the cocktail menu, and
Fantastic.
thank you. I'm a wordsmith. I'm telling the story with
This
my
is
words.
how we use our imaginations.
Yes.
Paint me a word picture.
Paint me a word picture.
I'm so sorry, future listeners. We're coming into this in a kind of goofy mood. It's just gonna be how the session
We
is.
are in kind of a goofy mood.
No. I will no. Yeah, she kind of like the barkeep nods at you and kind of wanders off and gets you your drink. As she does, I think Yaga,
Yes.
it's your turn to enter the bar.
And I am also in an environment where I don't have to cover up my face for fear of being spotted by the law, so I'm just gonna... Well, actually, no. I'm just gonna shuffle in, face uncovered, not really too worried about it, because I'm just an old lady, a very unassuming old woman. And because I'm going to die soon, probably, I'm just gonna go straight to the table and not dick about. Like, I'm just gonna go to the assigned seating and wait for the message.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a very defeatist attitude.
I think maybe because you're going straight to the table, you're more likely to kind of have a look around the bar itself. The bar is somewhat empty. There is this halfling barmaid who's working at at the bar right now, serving a strange-looking elven gentleman, who has I'll say she has a name tag on because I just want to use her name. Her name is Shay. There's an elvish troubadour in a corner with a lute who's playing for a few pitiful copper coins. There's not too much energy in him right now. He's quite solemnly just like strumming away gently, providing a nice atmosphere, but like it's not like he's really putting it all into this performance. And there are a handful of drunkards. At one table on the opposite side of the room, there's a pair of human gentlemen just chatting over a couple of pints. There's a pair of dwarven gentlemen with pints of very odd-looking liquid. And another gentleman that appears to be just completely passed out at one of the benches. He's wearing quite a large cloak, which makes it kind of hard to see any features there. So, you're just going to chill?
Yup.
Nice. In that case, Philippe.
So, Philippe is going to sort of strut his way in, chest all puffed out. And as he's going up towards the bar, he's like greeting everyone like, hello, sirs. Sorry, god damn. Oh, hang on. Bear with. I need to get to the mindset of voice of Philippe. Hello, my name's Philippe. I'm all good. Okay. Let's redo that.
The artistic process.
Yeah. So Philippe's going to sort of strut his way in, and as he heads up towards the bar, he's going to be sort of like saying hello and waving to people and being like, hello, good sir. I hope you're having a very good time. And as he gets to the bar, and his head is just over sort of the bar bench thing, and
there are a handful of stools for the shorter races, like goblins, gnomes, and all that sort of thing around the area if you want to stand on one of those.
Yes. Make him feel taller. Nice. So he's gotta hop up on one of them, and in the process he's gonna be like thinking, wow, this place has gotten really upmarket. There's now little origami swan menus, you know. Life has changed. And so he's gonna wave over the bartender and proclaim very loudly, can I have a single alcoholic drink? And then he's gonna sort of lean over and whisper, make that a warm honey water, please.
when Shay arrives, is this somewhere that Philippe has ever been before? It is in his town.
Philippe has probably gone in there with his aunt, you know, so he's probably been there a couple of times. Maybe not in these sort of circumstances, unless he's had jobs that organise themselves around it. Probably not. It's probably more with his aunt, or if anything.
Yeah. Okay. Shay kind of saunters up. As she does, she drops off a very nice looking tall glass with one of those wide thingies, the traditional cocktail glass. It's got a few mint leaves in it. A gentleman a couple of seats down from you. That's you, Phalark.
Yes.
I was holding just giving a thumbs up in this audio only medium. And she kind of looks at you and goes, and what age are you?
I am old enough for the drink that I ordered. A warm honey water, please. And he's constantly just going to be reiterating that. He wants to make it seem like he's getting an alcoholic drink, but he wants warm honey water.
I'm sure he's tried making it to a 10-year-old that tastes fucking awful.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I roll to see if Phalark either he overhears this or misses it completely?
Yeah, give me a perception check. Yup. And as you do that, the Shay kind of looks at you and goes, okay, one alcoholic beverage, and then winks.
A huge moves their whole body to wink.
Yes.
It was a 19.
Yeah, you know exactly what the hell is going on here. I think you hear him whisper, you hear Philippe whisper the actual order, and you also see Shay she just pours the drink right in front of you. You're like, that's not alcohol.
That's not an alcoholic beverage.
This
little boy's lying.
I think Shay looks at you and goes, yeah. When you say that, Shay just looks at you and goes, yeah, no shit, and then just hands the drink over to Philippe.
Philippe's just gonna be beaming, sort of holding the drink with both hands, and he's probably gonna do one of those little hops off the box stool thing, and head over to the table.
At which point, you see an old lady sitting at the table.
Hello? Are you one of the people who I'm meant to meet?
I'm looking up and down this child, because he's a child.
Philippe's just going to be sitting there like with the biggest grin, just like big old toothy smile.
I know for sure I'm supposed to be here, Wayne, but I'm not sure if it's maybe a bit too dangerous for a wee one such as yourself.
Is this the table with the X? No?
Yeah, for sure you know it's the table with the X. Like, it's like right there. It's not particularly subtle.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you know what you're doing, take a seat.
And Philippe's going to sort of like plop down like awkwardly close to Yaga.
Oh no.
And just sort of like, you know when someone's like sits a bit close and they're like they're faintly touching you.
Nope.
And Philippe,
I'm not having it.
and
This
Philippe-
collective sound is just the sound of social anxiety going, no.
kids don't understand boundaries. And Philippe's just gonna sort of plop down and sort of sit there smiling, like you know how some kids like they just continue to smile and it's on that borderline of cute and creepy.
Nope. Not on the borderline.
Oh, look, I hate it.
Just creepy.
Yeah. That's just bad.
I'm not having this. I'm gonna shuffle over just like a foot. So there's like a full foot at least of space. I'm assuming this is like benches at these tables.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go with benches.
Yeah.
Phalark, do you join them or are you going to wait?
As he's when he notices that Philippe is heading towards this table that's been marked, he's kind of like, okay, and he'll head over there as well. And as soon as Yaga's moved up to kind of make room, he's going to sit in that space.
Come on! It's barely enough space for an ass.
Well, an ass just made its way in,
No.
so...
Is this gonna be like one of those awkward things where everyone sits on like one side of the table? There's like
already
a
that
whole other
awkward
side.
I also like the fact that we've just confirmed that Phalark is not a thick boy.
No, Phalark is not a thick boy.
Do you just sit down silently and just like...
Hey guys, what's shaking?
I do not touch people, and I've had enough of my fill, thank you very much. I'm going to move round to the other side.
Alright.
Philippe is just gonna sort of like face Phalark and hold out his hand like ready for a handshake, like, hello, my name is Philippe, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, my friend. And Phalark will give a shake with gusto.
Is it one of those
He's
sort of
sort of,
shakes where the kid kind of like shakes too because you're doing it a bit too much and Philippe's a small boy?
Yeah.
He's like bouncing up and down in his seat.
That's what's shaking.
Hey.
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 Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we all get the same missive?
I got a missive.
Phalark will pull the sort of corner of the parts from he received out of his inner jacket pocket, just with the seal showing.
Philippe would probably do similar, but after like a couple of other bits of like papers and little sketches, like pulling them out. You know when you're searching for your bag, or something, you're just constantly pulling shit out until you finally find it.
And I'm going into my the sleeve of my cloak because I'm a mysterious old woman.
Your wizard sleeve.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I think, like, you know, like, we get this kind of, like, shot of the three of you kind of, like, holding up, you know, like, this seal, at which point, you hear, like, the church bells start to chime. Yes, what's funny about that, Dora?
Okay.
No, I was expecting you to go to a full you know, like crappy films where they've got something, they all have it, and then suddenly church bells, and there's some cool thing. I was ready for you to go into one of those like weird bits. I don't know. It's just me. Okay, I'm weird.
Thunderclap and the camera zooms in.
Like,
I was expecting more, and more didn't happen, and then it made it awkward.
Yeah, the church bells begin to chime. They chime 10 p.m., the time that you're supposed to be meeting. At which point, Shay, the barmaiden, approaches the table. She has a roll of parchment in her hand, and you can already see like the same red seal on it. And she kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you lot here about the strange lass, the one with the funny hat?"
Yes.
So we're just out and out lying then. Okay. Yes.
She goes, "Okay," and then goes like, hands you, like, she holds out this piece of paper, and she's like, I was just paid 5 gold to deliver this to the table when the clock struck 10.
Did whoever paid you say anything else?
No, she said it could be any number of people, and that like if the seal was broken, I wouldn't get paid, and she would know.
Did you catch anything else about her appearance other than the funny hat? Perhaps her race or class?
I like. Give me 1 second. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh shit! I'm not prepared. Oh, that's a 3. Even with my skill, I don't think that'll do. Where's my number?
What about her alignment? Did she seem particularly evil?
Oh, chaotic evil for no. She kind of like.
It's very rude to make such accusations based on just meeting a person one time. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, she kind of like shrugs and goes, "It was a busy time. I she came in quick. She came in and she gave me the job, and it's 5 gold. I'm not gonna sniff at that."
I mean...
Well, alright, but you think about what you've done.
If something goes... I mean, I can't speak for them, but if something goes wrong, your name will not pass my lips.
She kind of...
I've forgotten your name already, so I don't think I even actually got told it inside canon.
It's
She's got a name badge on.
Name tag.
Oh, so we can do name tags, but we can't do menus. I get it.
There is menus. Menus are name tags.
This is me, Phelark, talking to the GM.
Okay. So, I think at that point, Tom, can you please give me a dexterity saving throw?
I thought you were just going to say, Tom, can you please shut up?
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yes, I can certainly do that. That's just adding my dexterity modifier, right?
If you have dexterity saves, there's a separate box for it above skills.
Oh, bother, I haven't filled those in.
Oh, I hate you.
This is what D&D podcasts are all about.
It may be the same as your modifier.
Yeah, it might be, but you might also add your proficiency bonus. I'm literally flicking through a rulebook now, Tom. Give me a second.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorcerer saving throws. Look,
Thomas.
You know what? This is just providing a little more.
Your saving throws are Constitution and Charisma, so you do not get your additional bonus. It's just
That's
your
certainly
dexterity.
not one of those. Why Constitution? That's a weird one. Well, I've never played a sorcerer before, so this is new to me.
Dex.
Okay.
The audience is learning alongside me.
What's your saving throw
You think
result?
It's like
This
you're
is
in the
gonna
room,
be in-
guys. I don't know. It's authentic. Luke can make the decision. I will make a dexterity saving throw, so it's just my +2 modifier, and that means it's a 12. On that.
Oh, that's a fail. The anvil from the GM hits you in the face, your character dies.
Jesus.
This might just be a goof.
It was so long for a fucking goof.
Thank you for clarifying it in the Discord.
This might just be a goof.
I thought you were gonna make me. Fuck you.
At this point,
Bandit.
yeah, Shay excuses herself and she drops a bit of paper on the desk and like returns to the bar.
Okay.
Shall we?
Who cracks it open?
Dibs.
Yaga takes the letter and cracks it open. Are you reading it out loud, or are you just going to read it to yourself and then just like throw it around?
Pass it around the table.
I'll read it aloud, but not loudly. So, like, it's just for the three of us.
Yep. I think that you start to read out the note, and you get like halfway through the first line before... I think the man approaches you from behind. The other two see it, but the first thing that you experience with this gentleman is the smell of like wine on his breath.
Oof.
See, we sit on the right side of the table, so we saw him coming.
Just if you hadn't moved across, everything would have been fine. And you hear like this voice over your shoulder, and it's just a couple of pennies for a bloke down his luck looking for a few drinks to forget about his worries, eh?
Philippe is gonna dig into one of his pockets and give the guy
Yes.
like was a copper enough?
A drink would be maybe 2-3 coppers.
Yeah, Philippe will
The
give
man, this is the hooded gentleman from before. He's still wearing that big, thick, grey wool cloak. Like it's like, you know, that very scratchy kind of wool. He's a drow gentleman or a dark elf, and you can see that now as he is facing the party, with quite like silvery skin and hair, like this white hair, although like it's quite knotted and greasy. He's just generally a little bit unkempt with like dirt all over his clothes and skin. You hand him over like a handful of coppers,
Philippe,
and he kind of
just say as Philippe hands it over, he'll be like, "Here you go, sir."
he kind of like holds up the copper coins, like looks at him for a second, and then kind of like holds you, goes, bless you, sir.
Phalak will hand over some of the change from his drink as well.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to
By
get
all
in on
means.
my get in on my little biz here.
He asked all of us.
Yeah, at this point, like he kind of like he's like now cupping his hands out to the table. You know what I mean? Like he's like to collect all the coin that he's gathering, and he's grinning, like this unkempt like grin. There's like chips in some of his teeth.
Oof.
And he I think he kind of like eyes Yaga as the other two have given him money.
I'm an old crone. I will glare at him.
Like he's like, please, it's been a long time since I've. At this point, Shay's just like,
Since you've what? Had a drink?
he was going to say eaten, but at this point, Shay arrives and he's kind of like, come on, mate, leave these people alone, and like tries to drag him away from the table. The beggar kind of like he kind of like tips an imaginary hat. He's like, bless you, sirs, I'll use it well. And then
He came over asking for money for a drink. I cannot be faulted for that.
No, entirely not. Don't worry about it. But like,
This was your first karma decision.
yes,
You gained negative reputation.
Well,
He will remember that.
You are no longer welcome in Goodsprings.
yeah. Shay takes this drunkard to the stairs, and he is like escorted out of the inn. In essence, a couple of minutes later, like a minute later, she comes back up the stairs alone. Back to the note, Al. I'm gonna, because you're reading this one out loud in character. You can have.
Yay!
Welcome.
I will just not look at the Discord and not see the text.
It actually does not matter.
Okay.
Do not read that. This might not be. This might just be a goof.
yeah. Separate.
This might just be a goof.
Thank you for your interest. I look forward to working with you all. However, there is a slight catch. As your to-be employer, I must be sure you're up to the task at hand. So I've created a small series of tests to guarantee that you're the right people for the job. I'm waiting for you in the sewers of Tayvale. Do not worry, they're of sanitary conditions. I raise an eyebrow at that. Find me. The job for which I am hiring you is a dangerous one in nature, and so shall that be reflected in this test. Be warned. As compensation, I will be adding an additional 100 gold to the fees for the job, paid in full when you complete the test. One last thing, do not be seen. Yours faithfully, T.C.
Tim Curry.
Top Cat.
Terry Crews.
Okay.
Hang on, Luke, make sure you cut this waiting period while I think of more.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz, Zodiac Killer.
Zodiac Killer.
I was about to say that would be ZK.
There's more. There's more.
There is more. There's
There
tons
will be
more.
You mean there's more people in the world with the initials TC, Dora? Is that not everyone?
Too cool.
What?
Yeah.
2 cats.
Hey guys, I think
Tom
we have-
Collins.
Someone just
Tom
called
Collins.
the Canadian.
Oh, it's better than their actual name.
Tom Cruise.
You guys can keep riffing on this. I'm literally going through something to find a thing. There we go.
To find it.
Tony
Okay.
Curtis.
Oh.
So,
I like him.
You guys got a map now.
Yes.
Congratulations.
It's so tiny.
So, you guys know that the sewer entrance is behind the town hall. I've provided a map for the people, but I'll try to do a quick explanation. City is rectangular in shape, separated into kind of like 2 segments by a river that flows through the town, which is obviously where this sewer grate will be. You know, lead into a flowing water source because poop. There are a few gates to the city. There are a few points of interest, like there's a gallery and a library in this town. The party are in the Spiral Inn, which is in the northeast side. I cannot do east or west by heart.
No, I still do never eat shredded wheat.
That's exactly the same one I
Yep.
Best one.
do. Are in the northeast corner of the city, in the Spiral Inn, which is in one of the towers of the city walls. The town hall is pretty much bang on in the centre of the town, with the river running behind it.
People's banging in the centre of town.
What?
Never mind.
And the unmarked circle on the map in front of the town hall is a fountain. You'll all have, like, if any of you have been there, you'll all know that.
Is this map to scale?
No.
Okay.
So you said that the sewer grate is behind it, but you also said the river is behind it. So is the sewer grate on the side where the river is?
I've got
Yes.
to pause the recording.
Okay.
'Cause I have to hear
Pretty
it.
much
I'm
like
sorry.
the line that is the river behind the words town hall. That's where the sewer grate is.
Cool. Well then.
Okay.
So
Any of you fellas from around here?
me, and Philippe is gonna have his hand up in the sky, sort of like waving it.
Philippe's gonna like kind of eye Yago with kind of like a, "Are you please?"
Your character's name is Phalark, Tom.
I know that, but I was just making decisions on behalf. Phalark is gonna look at Yaga with kind of like with a sort of are we taking this kid with us?
I'm afraid no choice. I'm from Daleen.
This is Shrek.
What?
Alright,
Why is it Shrek?
What?
just basically donkey.
Oh my god. That's so rude. I'm so glad you
Call
fucked
the
up with
small-
your character name because honestly, I went away to pee and like you were like, oh wait, you were like Philippe starts eyeing Yaga. I'm like, oh god, I'm not there.
Sorry. Cut this bit.
Where do I go?
Redo.
One second. Important thing.
Uh oh.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay.
Hey!
Don't worry, guys. I've got like pumpkin sweets. I'm happy.
I thought that was just to redo
That's fine.
things, not to. Never mind.
I enjoy using it.
Okay.
All right. Perhaps we better. Oh shit! I used the wrong voice then. Redo. How do I?
Jesus.
All the poop.
Okay. Okay. So Philippe's gonna look at Yaga for a second with kind of.
You are
Tom did it
still
again.
Phalark.
Piss.
I can just imagine Phalark just putting his hand on Philippe's head and just turning Philippe's head to look at Yaga.
See, I just it's like oh my god, it's so much fun.
I am
because
fried.
It's your own character.
We're
Redo.
broken.
Phalark looks at Yaga with a kind of questioning expression, whilst Philippe's waving his hand around. But when it's clear that Yaga doesn't have an alternative to this, He'll turn back to Philippe and is like, "All right, little man. What's your name?"
My name is Philippe, and you can count on me. And Philippe's just gonna sort of like put his thumb towards, you know, when they like, trust me. He sort of hand thumb. I like a thumbs
Finger
up
guns.
towards the chest. What's that called? I don't.
What?
What?
What are you looking for? What are you looking for, Dorf?
Like,
Redo.
right,
have to read
help
it.
me out first. It's like when you got your thumbs up, but then you point your thumb towards your chest. You know what? I'm just gonna say
Point at yourself.
You're pointing at yourself.
Pointing at yourself, Dora.
I wanted to make it all cute than just pointing.
She was trying
Redo.
to make word pictures.
Okay. Okay, so, phew.
Guys, we're laughing too much. Redo.
Tom, I just calmed down.
Let's do that whole. Let's do the. Let's start again from the beginning. Phalark walks up to the bar
Okay,
and he starts the quest. He
Guys,
goes
I would
straight
love to get to the quest.
we good to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
My name is Philippe, and you can count on me. And he's just gonna sort of point to himself, or sort of like, yeah,
Good job, D.
thank you.
Phalark.
Am I allowed to now say, because this is obviously getting cut, but Phalark's already introduced himself to Philippe. You know his name.
When?
Yeah.
When you first sat down.
Did he? I don't remember.
Oh,
names.
yeah, he
that was-
did.
Changed.
That was in the previous That was the previous time we
No, that
recorded
was
this
today.
episode.
That was today.
No, it was not.
Oh god. Alternate timelines.
I have evidence.
Oh,
Well, I'll have evidence when you send it to me.
All right.
Okay.
Well, regardless, maybe we can cut this. Do we know? Have we met Yaga? Do we know who Yaga is then?
No, Yaga and Phalark have not said their names.
Okay. And
But Philippe,
I
I
want-
just introduced myself as Philippe. What?
what?
I just
Did I
introduced
say
myself.
Philippe? I said Phalark. I meant Phalark.
He said
From my
Phalark.
head.
You're correct. Dee's just not fucking listening.
I had Philippe.
Yaga, Bobaga, no Faga.
this episode's gonna be really hard to edit, Luke.
I had fun.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Phalark's gonna look over to Yaga. And your name, madam?
You may call me Yaga.
Yaga. It's a pleasure. My name is Phalark.
Alright then.
Do you guys want to just head
Well,
out
I'm pleased
to...
to meet you too.
Shall we get a move on?
Yes, little man. You know your way around this city.
Yes, I will help us get there. So,
All right.
I
The
mean,
note does specifically say to avoid being seen. Can you do that?
does Philippe know any sort of like, you know those kids how they know like the weird sort of hidden routes kind of thing, because kids always explore
Yeah.
everywhere.
I would say this is still a stealth check. Like, this is something like, you know, it's not a stealth check that you're making now, but rather like,
I mean, we'll
like
have
kind of
to
like
do stealth checks,
retroactive
surely.
one. Pardon?
We'll surely have to do stealth checks.
Like if I'll let Philippe kind of do it for now. If Philippe gets a decent roll, then like we can circumvent it as Philippe will know like a good route through.
Oh shit, that's
Yes,
one of my
so-
proficiencies.
Same here. Ooh wee. So that is I can math 18.
That was really slow.
18.
So
So
I'd be doing maths all day, Al. Stop.
So you should be
So-
good at it.
yeah, the town hall is opposite the church. It's opposite the river from the church, and that church, it just happens to be where Philippe goes to school.
Dong.
So, yeah, there's certainly, you know, a whole number of like little hidey holes and little routes around that will help you guys sneak through. You know, for example, like especially given that, like, you know, you've left via all sort of directions from that church to get to the gallery, to get to the library, to like copy paintings and whatnot. So yeah, there's certainly a whole number of routes that Philippe knows how to take.
Cool. So so Philippe's gonna chirp up. So I know a number of routes that we can take. Do you reckon it's the whole us leaving from here we must not be seen, or when we get to the actual sewers, do you reckon it's us not being seen going into them?
I think we should just start from now, just to be on the safe side.
Why is Luke
Probably
typing?
a good idea.
Not typing, sorry. I muted and unmuted my microphone, but I had my cursor in there.
Okay.
I farted.
Thank you for letting us know.
You're welcome.
I feel privileged.
Cheers.
Okay, so then if we're going to attempt to, so this is like out loud thinking. So if we're going to attempt to sort of sneak from the moment we leave, because right now with the map we have, there's basically, I mean, obviously this is like a basic map. There's nothing in front of the spiral inn. Is there anything like, I don't know, like, is it the time of day where there's going to be loads of crowds or people?
It's 10 at
It is 10 p.m. It's 10 p.m. Well, how about this? You are in an open air bar. You could just look over the edge of the spiral inn.
Yeah.
I look over the edge.
Give me a perception check, and any and all of you can give me one of those.
Okay.
Just
21.
What do I keep doing with my fucking book? Jesus, Al.
Just getting all the good rolls out
Where
before we
is
actually
it?
start.
Where is it?
18 again, and yeah, no, I'm ready for us to just like crit fail constantly.
I got a 17 plus I think it's a 3, but I cannot find my fucking book!
Don't worry.
Where is it?
We're all doing our best.
We're all at this.
Don't worry, guys. This will literally just be, oh, it's another 18. It's 21. And then whatever Al says when she finally figures everything out.
Okay, but that bit where I just said we're all doing our best, just put that right at the end of the whole thing.
Just after
The
episode
end of every
69, it's just,
episode.
we're all doing our best.
It's just the kiss your dad square in the lips. It's we're all doing our best.
That's actually not a bad idea. I like it.
Oh, I've lost.
Have you found it, Al?
No. I don't know what I did.
Well, I'm going to quickly piss.
I'm gonna piss as well.
Can you take your
Cut
microphones
that,
with
I
you?
don't want anyone to know.
We should have all pissed when we got before we
Group
started.
P.
I hate every one of you. I'm gonna go get water. Sure, let's just all leave the fucking recording for 5 minutes. Sure.
Slam.
So, yeah, with our lowest result being 18, for sure, there are not many people out and about at this sort of time. You maybe see a couple of, like, beggars or drunks on the streets outside, and there are a handful of city guards. Tayvale doesn't have, like, a dedicated military force, but rather mercenaries. A mercenary guild called the Old Guard that form up the thing. It's like a volunteering thing that you would get maybe food vouchers or a handful of gold for doing a couple of shifts. You bring your own gear and whatnot. It's not particularly busy. You think it will be not too difficult to kind of like plot a route, especially with Philippe kind of noting his sneaky route.
I guess it's probably just now a matter of actually getting
Going
it
for
there.
it. Okay.
Unless anyone
Could you all please give me stastealth checks with advantage?
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, fuck's sake. I keep... Okay, let's try and do this.
Advantage,
What
of
is-
course, being...
What is
Oh, sorry.
advantage?
Advantage is you roll twice and you keep the highest result.
Stealth, I don't
17.
have proficiency, but I
Okay.
don't remember what proficiency means.
Proficiency means that you get to add your proficiency bonus in it. That means that you'll be adding at this level your roll,
I found
your
my
dexterity,
proficiency bonus. It's
plus
fine.
2.
Yeah.
Yes. At this level, everyone's will be
That
plus 2.
is- Hang on, I've lost
17
it.
altogether.
Yeah, boy, 17.
My first one.
Yeah, boy.
I also got a 17. No, 18. And this one's a
Oh.
17.
God damn it, Al! Why couldn't we
Guys.
all be together on this?
You guys are great.
I wanted
Alex, want to keep the lower result?
I wanted to be a cat.
Do you want to transfer? Do you transform into a cat while you do this?
I'm not gonna use it on this if I don't have to.
Okay. Yeah. For sure. You know, you guys like. I think Philippe takes the point, and you guys sneak around the back of the church, through like the headmaster's flower garden kind of thing. You know, trampling a couple of like
How
his
dare you
prized
imply I
tulips.
would destroy nature?
Philippe
Okay,
is
you
probably
don't
going
trample-
to destroy some of it.
No.
He just got expelled, so you know some kids egg buildings or TPN.
That's
Philippe's
on
just
my
gonna.
personal karma note. Hates
Can I roll
flowers.
dexterity to stop him?
Do you want to stop? It would be a strength. It would be strength to stop him. Like you can't stop him by being swift about it. You'd have to like kind of like grapple the child.
I don't have good strength. I'm not gonna.
That's a 12.
Dora, could you please give me a contested strength check?
Oh,
Just means you're
jeez.
rolling strength as
Right.
well.
So
You both suck at strength. Don't worry.
there's what?
Oh, none of us.
Okay, so I've got a -1 on strength. That's a 3.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like. I think you don't exactly like grapple the child, but you kind of like push him like away from the flowers.
No,
You're
I
like,
pick
no,
him up by his,
Philippe."
armpits. By his
Yeah, okay.
underarms. Just like, no!
Whee!
Philippe does not care that he is being manhandled. He's just like, yep, this is my life now. Yep. And after a while, you do get to the riverbank. You can see the grate down below. It is, it's a pretty standard like metal grate from which dangles a large rusted padlock.
Huh. Okay.
A rusted padlock.
Hang
Hmm.
on. I'm looking at my.
Did you notice we locked, Philippe?
Did I know it to be locked?
Like, does Philippe go exploring in the sewers very often?
No.
Kids
like-
go all over the place.
I have thieves' tools, which
Nice.
means surely lockpicking.
Having thieves' tools, I believe, means you're allowed to add your proficiency bonus to, I don't know what the tools do,
Usually
but sure, give me a
it
sleight of
will
hand
list
check.
What it has.
Yeah, it's a sleight of hand check. Give me a sleight of hand check to try to pick the lock.
Da-da-da-da-da. And I have proficiency on sleight of hand as well. Yippee.
Nice!
Okay. And that is a 17.
That is absolutely enough. Like, this lock is old and busted. Like, pretty
I
much
could
you
have
just kind of like...
whacked it.
You could have, but that might have made a loud noise.
Ooh,
You kind of like you wiggle the picks in, and the cylinders pop like pretty quickly, and the lock just springs open. And the grate, like it kind of starts to like fall towards you guys, but it's not particularly heavy. So any of you can just kind of like, maybe not Philippe, but anyone else can kind of like grab it and just gently lay it in the shallow water.
Philippe would be just smushed.
The sewer, you find yourself in a large circular room. On the floor, instantly you guys can see a series of incredibly obvious tracks. There are 2 passageways in this tunnel, one leading off to the immediate left and one leading off to the immediate right.
Okay, which way do the tracks go?
Yeah.
Give me a survival check to track.
Ooh, can I do survival as well?
Yes, you can all give me survival if you want to.
We can all do it, have fun. Just free.
A whole
21
10.
again!
23!
What's wrong? Was that nat 20?
No, it's 18 plus 5 because it's wisdom plus proficiency.
Wow, Al. And Philippe, did you give us one as well?
So yes.
I rolled a whole 10.
Okay. And what did you get, Tom? 18.
21.
Okay. Yeah, like, I think Philippe is kind of like, they go that way. And the other 2, like, the rest of you, like, Philippe, like, sorry. I think with those results, Philippe's kind of like, they went that way, pointing down the passageway to the left. Meanwhile, Yaga and Phalark are maybe more experienced with double tracking. Like, it's obvious that they made these tracks and then kind of wandered back along them. It's not particularly well done. It's quite a rushed job. And after you kind of decipher how this like trickery is done, you realize that this maze has one ending to it, and it's the opposite wall. Just a seemingly empty wall. When you find this trail's end, you will notice that there's a faint flickering of light coming from a loose brick.
Alright, let's shuffle that brick, lads.
Oh, well, okay then.
You, we'll say Yaga, because she was on first at it, pushes the brick through, and then it like, clatters to the ground behind it. Do you want to just, like, reach through, or do you want to have a look?
I want to have a peek.
Okay, there is a candlelight passageway. It goes forward for a little bit, and then you can see a stairwell starting to descend downwards. It does not appear to be occupied.
Are we
Is
just
it?
busting down the rest of this wall?
Is there anything that might look like a sort of, I don't know, a button that will make the wall turn around or something?
A lever.
There's nothing that you can see. It doesn't feel like any of the other bricks will, push out or anything like that.
Alright.
Ooh,
The
ooh,
rest of the wall's pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
Okay,
idea.
Uh-oh.
go
Yeah.
for it.
So, Philippe could totally reduce his size, and you could just like shove him through the hole, and he could
That's-
see if there's a
Okay.
way.
I'm sorry, is Philippe Ant-Man?
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that idea.
I'm just imagining Philippe now as a tiny Paul Rudd.
I will say that, like...
Wait, that's still Ant-Man.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck.
I will say that the spell, it's enlarge reduce, I believe?
Yeah.
Correct? It would not normally allow you to reduce that much, but, like, it's a cool concept, and we'll roll with cool that.
Yeah, boy.
Um,
So Philippe's not going to say anything. He's just sort of going to tug onto Phalark's sleeve and hold onto it and just shrink.
Something's just
Okay,
dangling.
yeah, Phalark lifts his arm up as he sees this tiny boy getting tinier, dangling from his jacket sleeve, and kind of like quite quickly puts his other hand underneath just in case, like a little church mouse.
you catch the boy.
I caught the boy,
Yeah.
and Phalark just immediately pops Philippe into his mouth and crunches.
No!
Crunch.
God.
You gotta live from that small boy crunch.
Now that I've consumed Philippe, I absorb his levels and spells, right?
Yeah.
Very good. We'll meet Dora's new character next time, but now I will. Shrink.
Okay, now on the serious note,
Yeah.
just double checking, that was a second level spell, right, Dee?
Yes.
Cool. I'd just like to know.
Okay.
What happened
Well,
to my
you're
pencil?
certainly full of surprises.
There's going to be a little tiny voice, very high pitched, be like, "Yes, sir."
Oh, please just do it normally and let Luke pitch shift it.
Yeah, do
Oh,
it.
yeah. So it's just going to be this tiny little voice saying, "Yes, sir."
All right. Maybe fuck. I went into pissing
Taco?
taco.
Taco!
Cut that bit.
You know,
Hang on a
from
minute. I need to do it. Poop.
I love this poop emoji.
I feel like most of
wasn't-
this recording has just been poop, poop.
Can we all appreciate, by the way, that we originally decided on this emoji because none of us liked it? I love this little guy now.
He's a boy.
Yeah.
It's picked up a new meaning.
Okay. Yeah. All right then. You can explain that one to us later. For now, and he just kind of pops. It pops him like into the space in the wall. And what are you planning to do next?
You will see. I'll see if there's a way to get you guys in. And Philippe's just gonna sort of. By the way, I hope that the wall on the other side is it vaguely curved so Philippe can slide down it all real.
Oh
cool.
god, no! How do you intend to get down the wall, Dora?
Oh,
What?
wait a minute. I've got an idea. And Philippe reaches into
Nope.
his
You called yourself
Nope.
Philippe
Nope.
again.
Nope.
piss.
No poop, Tom.
Phelark reaches into his explorer's pack where he has, I think it's like 30 feet of rope.
I don't need rope. I just need some string or something. Philippe's tiny.
Well, it's what I've got, so you can fucking deal with it. I don't have rope. I don't have string. I've got rope.
We've got an explorer's kit, so we've got rope. We need a sewing kit to have string.
Yeah, and I don't have that.
I actually have a disguise
So
kit
you
that
will
might
grab.
have string.
You can grab a hold of this rope and jump through.
I suppose, the rope, like, Philippe could just hold on to rope. Yeah, so Philippe's just sort of like...
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Unravel the end and tie it around yourself if you want. I'll put you in a
Straddle.
goddamn monkey knot.
straddle the rope.
Okay. You climb that. You get like roped down to the other side of the wall, and pretty much the second you cross through the now poked through brick, you will see that there's a handle on the other side of the wall.
Yes. Right, so releasing myself, because obviously tiny Philippe isn't going to do jack with that handle. Would making myself back to my normal size cost another spell, or would it
No.
be like releasing? Sweet. So Philippe is going to be a big boy now, and grow in
His
size.
voice started breaking.
I'm going through puberty.
Oh, let's.
There's changes going on in Philippe's body.
So Philippe's going to return to his normal size and yank the handle.
Yep. When you do, the wall pretty much like disassembles itself brick by brick and kind of stacks itself either side of the passageway, revealing an archway that the party can walk through.
Oh jeez, it's like that one Wizard Boy movie.
Ooh. Maybe Philippe is a wizard boy.
Okay, Yaga's Hagrid.
Oh.
Philippe is Harry Potter. Phelark is Gilderoy Lockhart, clearly.
Beautiful
Who's just-
but useless.
If I'm,
He's just in this scene now.
how am I Hagrid and not McGonagall?
Fair point, fair point.
Alwyn's.
I think I was just going for the druid angle.
I guess.
Okay, you guys. No, he's a giant. You guys head down this like candle-lit passage. The stairway down leads to an opening after maybe 10, 20 steps. And there's a large stone chamber. The chamber is lit by a series of torches and sconces around the room, but it is a mess of dust and broken crates.
Nice.
It looks like it might have been some sort of warehouse at some point in its life, but it has long since been used. Most of these crates are toppled over, broken, and you can see that they're empty. However, there is one crate in the center of the room. It's obviously different from the rest. It looks a little bit more recent. Mm-hmm. The opposite wall to you guys has a door in the center of it. A large oak door with two quite strange-looking padlocks, seemingly pressed into the wood itself. Not dangling on anything, but just padlocks in the wood, not
So,
really connected to anything.
A lock rather than a padlock.
No, it's the padlock shape. It looks like a padlock, it's just not... It's not attached to anything. Magic. It does have a handle as well. These padlocks have no visible place to insert a key.
Huh. Okay.
Um,
Are they indented or embossed?
What's
What is
embossed?
embossed?
Raised up.
The opposite.
They're embossed, I'd say.
Alright.
Okay.
In that case. There, either side of this door, there are two large stained glass windows, which kind of lights this room in a series of mismatched colors. There are torches that you can kind of see flickering behind the glass. The last thing of interest in this room, there is a dusty humanoid figure propped up against one of the walls, made entirely of brass.
Ooh, I wonder if that will come to life later and try to kill us.
The thing is incredibly dusty, and even without a knowledge of how these things work, it's broken. It's missing a leg, and there's a panel open in its chest, revealing it's hollow on the inside, except for a few loose, broken wires, and there's a few handfuls of screws and cogs on the floor around it.
Oh, poor Robert.
Yep, and you guys now officially get the copy and paste into the Discord chat.
Yay.
So that you guys don't have to remember all that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do the stained glass windows depict?
They're not of any particular scene or anything like that. They are just
Pretty.
like a miasma of shapes.
Lazy architects.
Why the stained
It
glass?
just means Luke hasn't finished writing the religious history of this world yet.
God damn.
No, he has.
I know.
Is there a pope? I'd like to know if
There
there's
is
a pope.
no. Do you want there to be a magic pope? Well, why don't you decide if there's a magic pope, Al?
Well, maybe. Yes.
We'll-
Yes.
We'll get to it.
There's a magic pope
Okay, there's-
and a magic clergy and a magic hierarchy.
Sure.
Are we able to get to the torch that's behind the glass?
You want to approach the stained glass?
Yeah.
Like, it does appear to be, like, quite well fitted. You would probably have to break the glass in order to get to the torch.
Okay.
Might I draw our attention to the crate, lads? We all have shite strength, so let's all try and work together and see if we can get this thing opened.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Fuck. Piss.
What's a character voice, Tom?
I know. I'll get it. Don't worry. I'll just need to get used to it still. I agree, Yaga. Take a look.
Can I? No, never mind. Alright.
I guess Phalark's gonna try and like
I got 14.
pry the wood with his hands.
What for? What are you rolling?
Strength on the crate to try and open it.
Okay. You just approach the box and try to open it. It's not like you even needed a strength roll. It is an unlocked, like, it's just a box. It's just, you open
Well,
it.
I mean, you said it was a crate, so that kind of implied to me that it was like nailed
Yeah,
together.
that's fair.
You'd need a fucking a crowbar.
No, I would probably say chest rather than crate. It's my bad in the description, I'd say. There's definitely a hinge on it. Does this change how you want to approach it, or do you just want to open the box?
I mean, I'll just open the box.
Okay, when you open the box...
Slowly.
You open the box slowly.
We don't know what's
What-
inside. It could be a...
Mimic.
When you start to crack the box open, you are instantly met with the series of glowing runes etched into the underside of the lid.
Oh dear.
When you do, okay, Dora.
I might be back now. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're back.
Yeah, my thing was going haywire. Red, green, orange.
Okay.
Sorry. Go.
When the very moment that you start to open this box, it begins to glow with an eerie green light.
Oh dear.
As you reveal a series of runes written around the lip of the box. As it does, you hear this ungodly, like, screeching, scratching sound of glass against glass.
Ooh.
As the stained glass windows slowly pop out of their frame and create two loose humanoid figures out of just shards of floating glass forming a humanoid body.
It's the first boss from Medieval.
I was about
It is
to
the first
say
boss
that, and I
of
was waiting
Medieval.
for Luke to stop. Oh.
Finally, the fire from the torches behind it lifts into the air to create like this glowing fiery head. Could we all please roll initiative?
Okay.
All we need to do is hide behind a shield and just lob some stuff.
There's nothing to
Oh
add
boy,
to...
it's a nat
Oh
one.
no, I do. That's 11.
So do we? So in that box it says initiative +2. Do we just add +2 to the roll and that's it?
Yes.
Cool. That's
Yes.
18.
Okay, please. Phalark, what'd you get?
You know how I said that thing earlier about how we were using up all of our good rolls?
Did you get a 1?
I was right. Yes, I did. Well done, Al. You did it.
Now, luckily, you cannot crit fail in initiative.
Yeah.
So it's just
Well, I
a
did.
one.
You're just choosing not to have any consequences for it, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I don't think that crit failing in an initiative is any fun, because the only real hard move I can kind of make against a player is to make them miss a round of combat, and I don't enjoy that. So what is your initiative modifier? Or is it...
Mine?
Yeah.
Ooh.
+2, so that'd be a 3.
Yep. Philippe, what'd you get?
I got a 18.
Okay, and Yaga?
What, for initiative?
Yes.
11.
And I've also just realised something very important. As a GM, I also have to roll initiative. So that's 1. You guys don't get to know this, of course. So, there's the nat 20. I get the first nat 20 of the day.
Great.
Of the series. I'm cool.
Did anybody else just get a bad feeling?
Yes.
Yeah, like one of them doesn't even finish, like, you know, kind of like forming itself properly before it strikes forward. And you know what? We'll make your negative for rolling that nat 1 that this thing goes straight for Phalark.
Yeah. Figure.
Does 21 hit your AC?
Actually, it doesn't, because
Okay.
I don't want to get hurt anymore.
Okay.
So it does then.
This thing swings its entire arm at you, and like you kind of like raise an arm to block, but it still scrapes, you know, 5 or 6 shards of glass across that arm, dealing 10 points of damage.
Joe!
Oh god.
Bit of a sharp wit on this one, lads.
That's terrible goof.
Yep. That's how he deals with problems.
It's not a real poop. I just wanted to say that joke was garbage.
Okay.
Hate you.
Okay. Next,
I've just taken 10 points of damage. The Cosman joke's not good.
blood loss affects my comedy.
Now you're the one doing taco.
Shut up. The next up in the initiative is Philippe.
Right. So I'm thinking about using some mad physics
Okay.
with this. So they're all bits of like stained glass, yeah?
Yes.
And I say mad physics, it's more me giving a bit more elaboration on one of my spells.
Okay.
So I want to use the colour spray, which blinds them, but I want to purposely choose the colours. So you know how in physics, if you got like a rainbow and you spin it around really fast, it goes white?
We'll
I wanna
see.
sort
Let's just pretend that I know anything about physics.
Essentially, I want to do all the other colours, spray a variety of colours, and so like it blinds them because they just see white rather than all the different colours that they are. I'm just trying to be fancy.
Okay.
And teach the good kids
I like
who listen.
Okay, the good
Which they
kids, not the bad
definitely
kids. They don't deserve an education. Okay, color spray, I believe you roll 10d6, is it?
Yeah, it's 10d6.
Please roll 10d6.
Oh wait, no, it's 6d10. Fuck. Hang on.
What? So the way the spell... I will read out the spell description while you roll the dice, Dora. The way this works is she rolls 6d10, not 10d6. That total is the amount of hit points of creatures that affect the spell effects. So in essence, if she rolls 20 and both my creatures have 10 HP, then it would affect both of them. However, if both of them had 11 HP and she rolled 20, it would only affect one of them, as they both have 11 health, and that 20 would only cover one of those HP pools.
Hopefully I don't roll shit.
And yeah, if it hits... Oh my god, do you have 60 10s?
Yeah. Well,
my
they're
God.
Martin's.
That's still too many.
I have that many, so...
So I got... The zeros are 10, right?
yes, zeros are 10.
Cool. So that is...
Oh, I should probably calculate how much these two are together.
I got 34.
Okay, there are two of these creatures. You are able to blind one of them with that spell.
I'm gonna... Am I allowed to choose?
The one that's attacked, and there's also one that hasn't attacked.
I'll probably go for the one that hasn't attacked.
Yes, I need my GM screen to double check what blinded does. I believe It's a... Let me double check what the condition blinded does. Blinded. A blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight, and attack rolls against the creature now have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So there you go. It is now the blinded glass creature's turn.
God, he's gonna...
You okay? Who giggled?
Come for Philippe. He's gonna come for Philippe, isn't he?
I think I'm actually going to roll a 1d4 to see who it targets because it's blinded.
Oh.
The 4 I'm just going to re-roll. So, what am I doing? 1d6. 1 to 2 is Phalark. 2 to 3, 3 to 4 is Philippe, and 5 to 6 is Yaga. 1.
Oh.
God.
Well.
I think that this creature, like, its head is like fire, and like when Philippe's color spray goes off, that fire like kind of like absorbs all the color and becomes this kind of like blinding white light, and the body kind of twists and turns, like it doesn't really know where it's supposed to be standing. It kind of like stumbles forward, and actually I've just remembered that these things have an extra ability, and it kind of steps into the center of the room near the chest, and its head starts to glow a horribly bright color. Could y'all please give me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, jeez. Right.
13.
17.
Okay.
So do I just add... Oh, there we go.
Separate thing for saves.
That's a whole 10.
Okay. Phalark and Yaga, you both kind of like get the time to kind of like shield your eyes before this bright,
This little
white
kid's
hot.
getting fucking bipped. Just like second, like, supposed to be you, kid.
Oh. As this the fire kind of like explodes outwards, and you look directly at this bright white, like hot, like bright white hot flame, and take 12 points of fire damage, Philippe.
Oh my god.
Shit,
It's like when Trump was looking directly at the solar eclipse, you know, you just can't help yourself.
Topical.
It is now Yaga's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna animorph
Into
an elk, obviously.
nice.
It's my battle creature.
Yeah. Yaga just suddenly, like, you know, like her body just like she kind of like lurches forward, and then suddenly antlers sprout out. So Phalark's just seen one of his party shrink, and the other one turned into an elk.
Why am I the only one that can't turn into things?
Should have been better. I mean, I can't speak now, but you should have been better at picking glasses.
Can you make the elk noise to just sort of help move my
Nope.
move my imagination?
Nope.
It's to help with my imagination. Could you
No.
try?
No.
Just
I-
could you just try for my imagination?
I'm not
Just
doing
But
it.
like, I also think that as a beginning podcast, we should understand that I believe the rule of improvisation is you always say yes.
Oh, fuck off.
Sorry,
We're not
just,
gonna make-
just as an aside, all I can think of right now is dark.
Oh, God.
Dark pizza. Pizza. Okay.
Wait.
What do you do while you're an elk? Oh no, that is your turn, isn't it? I believe.
Is it? I probably.
I don't know.
Shit.
Does it say bonus action or action?
Let me. Oh, it's my
We're
action.
learning.
That's fine.
So that is your turn to turn
Yeah, it
into.
says you can use your action, so yeah.
Yeah. Phalark, it is your turn.
Okay, so as part of Phalark's homebrewed kind of abilities and stuff, he has a trait called Face Skin, which means he gains temporary hit points every turn, equal to half his sorcerer level.
Yes.
So I get 1 back.
Yes.
So he's doing marginally better. One of the grazes from the shards of glass he's just been raked with just sort of heals over before his eyes. And he's like, bing! Wonderful. Great job, Skin.
Okay. There is one of these glass creatures right in front of you, and there is another that's kind of central and still a bit dizzy.
Yeah, not keen on these guys. Phalark's gonna... Now, which weapon? Because he's not built for melee, but we're in melee range. Just quickly looking at a stat line, it won't take a second. You know what? This makes more sense. It does more damage. Okay, yeah. Phalark, instead of grabbing one of the daggers that he'll have strapped to his side, he goes for a blackjack, which is just sort of tied by his thigh, and he's going to strike out with that.
Okay.
Which should be is that strength, yeah?
Yes, I believe so. It will be a strength weapon attack.
Yeah, I don't have finesse, but it is a finesse weapon.
Oh, it is a finesse weapon?
Yeah.
If it's a finesse weapon, then you use your dexterity.
Oh, right, okay. In which case, that would be a... That's a 15.
That is enough to hit.
Oh, thank God. Oh, shit, I was going to use a cantrip. That doesn't... A bit too late now, isn't it? Oh, well. It's a d6 bludgeoning damage. 5.
Is that including your dexterity? You had your dexterity bonus.
7 then.
7 damage, and this is the one that's on you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like bonk one of the shards of glass like right out of its arm, but the creature still sort of like floats in your face.
I bonk the glass out of his arm rather than like break it or anything.
Well, it shatters off the ground.
Okay.
You know, like you knock it out of like the ethereal form that it's holding.
Okay.
And now it's its turn.
Oh, great.
And it's kind of looking at you going, I'm a piece of animate glass, I can't really talk. Does...
But you feel it, you know?
11 hit your AC?
It does not.
Then, like, yeah, it kind of, like, it tries to, like, rake its arm across you again. But, like, I think it's kind of, like, off-put by the lack of a bit of its arm. And it kind of flails a bit wildly. It is now Philippe's turn again.
Okay, so Philippe is gonna whip out his slingshot, and with his slingshot, to go with the whole sort of painter vibe, I have a level 0 spell that is called Magic Stone, but instead of like, can he just like dunk the stones in like paint, so it's like a little paintball slingshot?
Yeah, I love that.
And yeah, so he's gonna take one of his little magic stones. Or he could take 3, because I could use 1 to 3 pebbles.
Yep.
And he's gonna pew 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 at probably at the one that attacked him.
Yes, this is a spell from Xanathar's, I believe. I'm just going to double check it. Just double check what you're doing. Do you have the spell description there?
Yep. Can use 1 to 3 pebbles thrown or in a sling. Target takes 1d6 plus dex mod.
When David
Nice,
did that,
okay.
he got a nat 20, and that's how we killed Goliath.
So,
What's the spell called?
Magic Stone.
Is it from this book? I thought it was from this book. Yeah, give me your weapon attack check then.
Yep. Weapon check. Wait, what do I do for that?
I believe that's why it goes off, right? If somebody else attacks with a pebble, yeah, you use your it's a ranged spell attack, 1 to pebbles. So give me a ranged spell attack.
So I just roll the d6, yeah?
You roll the d20 and then add
Okay.
your spell attack modifier.
Cool. Then my spell attack is... Ooh. It's not a natural 20, it's just 20.
That hits him.
Boy.
Oh, which one are you attacking? The one that's on Tom or the one that's blinded in the center?
Oh, I'll probably go for the one that's on Tom, actually. Yeah.
Okay, then give me your weapon damage, please. Well, the paint damage.
That's a whole 4.
Jesus.
Yeah. I think you kind of like the pebble kind of hits into the fire, and it kind of like makes a straight line through the fiery head, and then it kind of reforms again. It is now the.
Thanks for trying, little buddy.
It did hit.
I did
Alright.
learn something.
Yeah, it is now the blinded fire's turn. How long does that blind last for color spray?
I didn't make a note of that.
I am just skipping through the book now.
By the
God, I
way,
hate casters.
quick question. One of my features, it says spend reaction. What's a reaction? Is that like when I get hit?
No. So, you have in a turn you have 4 kinds of action you can take per turn. Like, this is not like you can take one of the 4. You can take all 4 of these if you can. Your main action, which would be casting a spell or attacking. Your bonus action, which will be like a secondary smaller thing you could do. Movement action, which is movement, and then in the round of combat, not on your turn, you can use your reaction. So reaction is something that you can do on another player's turn.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
it would be what would be you would use to make an attack of opportunity if something was close enough.
Yeah, it's I wanted to ask before it moved on last one. Do I? Cool. Yeah.
Color spray. Certain creatures subtract creatures. Wait, what? How many creatures was creatures in 15 foot are infected historic hit points? Starting with creature subtract hit points, creature hit points, yada yada yada. It doesn't say what it does.
Permanently blind.
Until the spell ends. Oh, it only lasts 1 round.
Right.
So the fire above the other glass thing kind of like flickers back to an orange color, and I think that like it kind of like you can see almost like the front of a flame. You can see it twist and turn, and then I think it kind of focuses in on the largest thing in the room. The elk that suddenly appeared. Does 13 hit the elk's AC?
Yeah.
Sorry, Al.
I should have just stayed on old lady. She's got higher AC. It's not my fault. The elk's naked.
It does 6 points of damage. No, sorry, 4 points of damage. I can't count.
Okay.
Seriously, only 4. Jeez.
Yeah. I will say that I rolled ridiculously high for the other 2 hits.
You're telling
Feels like
me.
it.
I'm terrified for Philippe.
It is now Yaga's turn.
Yep. Hang on, I'm just updating my HP. Okay. It meleeed me, didn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so I can't charge it. But
You could still take movement, but you would take an attack of opportunity by leaving the area around that creature. So you could still charge it if you were to move 10 feet backwards and then 10 feet in.
no.
So long as you have more than 20 feet of movement.
No, I'm just gonna do a straight ram.
Okay.
Owie. What the fuck was my melee again? I think it was a D4.
You rolled to hit first.
Yeah. Whoops. Oh, well, that's not happening. That was a 5.
What? Yeah, I think there might be a case of like you don't know how to hit moving glass with elk's horn, like with an elk's antlers. You know what I mean?
It's not my first day as an elk. I'm a druid.
But yes, but it might be your first time fighting living glass creatures.
Maybe.
Okay, so you miss. It is now Phalark's turn again.
Okay. He's hurting. So. Oh, I wonder here. Okay. I just need to remind myself what these do.
What do, Tom?
Sorcery points.
Sorcery points let you do all manner of things to do with sorcery, to being a sorcerer. For example, they let you cast multiple spells in one turn.
Yeah, I've got empowered spell. I'm just trying to remember what it does.
Righty. Rogue. That sorcerer. Empowered spell. When you roll damage for a spell, you can spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll a number of damage dice up to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. You must use the new roll.
Okay, so it's to re-roll damage dice. Okay, well, we'll see.
Yes. You can use Empowered Spell even if you've already used a different meta magic option during the spell cast.
Okay then. Okay. Phalanx going to strike at the one in front of him again with his blackjack, but this time he's going to cast Booming Blade on it.
Okay, what's that do?
That is a cantrip, and I'll tell you what happens when it happens. I have to hit the thing first.
Okay, it's not like I've not got a book, but...
I know, but it's more fun this way.
Okay,
We're left in Antissa.
what stuff?
No.
Roll the hit, please.
Okay, that's a 14.
That hits.
Thank God. Okay, so,
It's
and my
there.
damage is... The damage is only 4.
Okay. What's the spell do, Tom?
I'll tell you when it happens.
We're waiting.
It hasn't
So
happened
it-
yet.
What spell is it?
My turn is over.
What?
Okay, cool.
What?
Cool, Tom, cool. Oh, it must be when it hits them. It must be when it hits him. It is now the glass that's on your turn, on you even, and it is just going to raise an arm up
Okay.
and give you a good whack.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, it's when it attacks.
Okay. So would you say that the creature has willingly moved?
Oh my god.
No.
What?
What?
Willingly moving in D&D is specifically movement, so using feat of movement to leave the square. It is not moving. It is just hitting.
Oh, I didn't have time to like move a square back.
If you want to, you can retcon to this. However, you would take an attack of opportunity.
I just don't know if I can really afford that.
You could take the gamble, Tom.
It's fine, Tom. What's the worst that could happen? It's unlikely to crit fail a death save.
Yes, that is an unlikely thing to happen.
This has never happened before.
Fuck
What
it.
the fuck is Booming Blade?
For the fun of it, let's do that. We'll retcon a bit, and I'll say that. So, after Phalanx's attack connects, he takes a few steps back away from the creature.
Okay. It will take an attack of opportunity as you left the square of combat around it. So,
Even if I move backwards, still facing it.
yes. It
Damn
gets
rules.
a 17 to hit,
That does hit.
and its damage comes in at another 10 points of damage.
Okay. Luckily, my face skin thing has left me with 2 hit points.
Oh my god. It has literally saved you.
Yeah.
Join the club, Tom.
Yeah.
As you try to kind of like... I think what happens is you try to maneuver backwards, but the creature is prepared for that, and it's like floating glass arms stretch outwards without you realizing it, and you literally walk back into spinning bits of glass.
Oh, great. So it doesn't even move towards me.
Well, it now does that on its turn.
Okay, on its next turn.
Yes, it is now its turn, and it will maneuver the 5 feet
Okay.
between you.
No.
Now Booming Blade activates.
What? Who could have
Activate
seen
my
that
trap
coming?
cards.
Not even he activates my trap card.
Yep.
And he takes 1d8 of thunder damage.
Oh, nice.
So now there's no modifier for that, is there? I don't want to. I mean, it's spell
No.
damage. So
You do not add a spell bonus stat. It's just 1d8 damage.
okay. Okay, it's an 8 though, so that's all right.
Oh,
Oh
beautiful.
yeah, boy.
So
Yeah.
Phalanx steps back, falls into the glass blades, and as the creature comes towards him, just from the spot where Phalanx blackjacked it on his last move, that's where the thunder's going to burst out from.
Yeah, so like you like as you're like kind of like you're bleeding out, and you're like that hurts. It steps towards you, and you kind of see like this glint on one of the shards of glass, and then suddenly there's like this.
Yeah, I
As
imagine it as
like-
like a firecracker or something, just like more of a bang than
Yeah.
thunder.
And I think that like kind of like half of its body, like the body from like maybe its right hand side, entirely just flies off, like shattering against the walls. But it still sort of like shambles towards you with this with half a form. I'm going to give it disadvantage on its attack for that, because I really like the way that kind of like plays out in terms of like thunder versus glass.
Yeah. Thunder versus glass. Who wins?
Which does make that a solid 7 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that does miss.
Yeah. It's not doing great without half of its body.
Alright,
Philippe,
now
it's your
we're
turn.
getting somewhere.
Okay. So, question. How tall are these creatures compared to the room?
They're an average human size, like average human males will say about, like 5'10". What are you asking? How tall the room is?
Yeah.
We'll say the room is maybe 20 feet tall.
Ooh, high ceilings. Very expensive real estate.
Okay, I can't do.
It's a warehouse, so
I can't do what I was. I don't think Philippe's strong enough to do what I was thinking.
what were you thinking?
I was gonna see if the ceiling was low enough and to enlarge its head, so it, like, you know when a tall person walks through a doorway and they hit the head really hard.
Okay, Dora, you remember their head is made of fire, right? Fire is a malleable thing, and maybe making a huge fire in a room full of wooden crates isn't the best plan.
I was thinking, well, it would be like I thought this room was stone, and I was just ignoring the crates. Okay, yeah, sure, I'll do something else then. Oh, jeez. I'll probably see if I can at least... I'll probably shoot at the one that is all partially destroyed, just to see if we can, like, get rid of one of these boys.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Oh, jeez. So I add the spell attack bonus, yeah?
Yes.
That's a 12.
That hits.
Oh, thank God. And then I roll my... Was it a 1d6? Where's my thing? Yeah, 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. That's a whole 4 again.
Okay. This creature, like, it is barely standing. But it is standing.
Pew, pew, pew.
It is now the other glass's turn, and the one that's on Yaga. And it is just going to, like, just try to shred up the elk a little bit more.
Rude.
Does 8 hit the elk?
Nope.
Then it does not shred the elk.
That ain't.
And it is the elk's turn.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh, come on. That's an 8.
That does not hit. Phalark, it's your turn. There's a very wobbly glass thing in front of you, and one fighting a disgruntled elk.
I remember never being able to hit anything in your guys' fucking homebrew. I'm just getting, like, war flashbacks.
Okay.
can do it.
I've got 2 little health. I'm just gonna have to hit the one in front of me. Yeah.
Don't make another attack of opportunity happen.
No, I'm just gonna hit it normally this time.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah.
That is 12.
That's hits.
Oh, thank God. I don't think it would be. Okay.
12 is their AC.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That is 4 altogether.
How would you like to do this?
Okay. I think he's probably holding, like some of the slashes on his side with one hand as he steps back a bit. And as that last attack, as he avoids that last attack, he's just going to lunge in on the rebound of it and just take a long swipe across its quote-unquote chest.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you do so, like, you can, like, knock one of the shards of glass, like, right out of its body. It shatters, and, like, so much of its glass has been, like, knocked aside that it just can't keep its form. And the fire of its head plummets to the ground, and it slowly starts to extinguish. At which point, the glass...
It bursts, dealing 2 damage.
it would need 3 to knock you out. When it dies, the glass kind of like... some of the glass is still around, like the shards all around, begin to kind of like tremble a little bit, and they kind of shoot together near your feet, creating a red perfect sphere of glass.
Oh.
Sorry, circle of glass, not sphere.
Okay.
It is now Philippe's turn.
Right. So, I'm probably gonna try and blind the last one again, just so it's like a little less heavy on.
Okay, please roll the thing. Remembering this one has not been hurt at all.
Oofed.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I thought there's no point me hitting it, because I'm gonna do so little.
All the damage helps.
So what do you add when you roll?
It is 60-10.
Oh, I don't have to do. Oh, thank God, I don't have to do D20. Sorry, I thought I'd have rolled D20, and I'm really glad that I didn't, because I got a 3.
Yeah, you just roll 60-10 for this spell.
Okay. Alright, so that is 20, 30, 37.
Okay, yeah, the colours enter the fire once again, and it becomes a bright white light again. At which point it is now its turn, and it flails at the elk again. But it has disadvantage on the attack, but it's still got a 19 to hit.
Yeesh.
The damage the elk takes is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And it is now Yaga's turn.
Did you say 9 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay, I'm an old lady again.
Poof!
Surprise! I'm getting fucking sick of this guy. So I'm just gonna fucking melee.
Okay.
Oh, it's a nat 20!
Yes! Old lady melee.
That means you roll your damage dice twice. You only get to add your modifier once, but you're doing double the weapon damage.
Ow, fucker! Jesus.
That's what you're hoping that thing makes.
Fucking.
Just hit the glass point. Ow! Fuck that.
1d4 / plus dx plus dexterity. That's what it is. I'm like, what are my notes meaning? Okay, that's a 3 and a 3, so 8 altogether.
Nice. Yeah, like, you, like, what is your weapon?
It's a sickle.
Yeah, you, like, swipe through it, like, really fast, and I think the curve of the sickle, like, you hook, in essence, like, where its shoulders would be if it was a real human, and just take out a line of the glass and just swipe it to the side, shattering it against the wall.
Nice.
Nice.
Phalark, it's your turn. Don't
All
walk
right.
into it.
I've had enough of these buggers, and he... Actually, I don't want to say buggers, that's too British. Line.
Too bad you're fucking
Okay,
British.
I've had quite enough of this. Phalark sheaths his blackjack again and sort of... I'm not going to say it, he materialises his wand. Just because that's more fun. Just sort of pulls out of the air. And he's going to cast Chaos Bolt
Nice.
at the remaining shiny boy. Now, that is a ranged spell attack. So that is proficiency plus charisma. So that's plus 5.
Yup.
Here we go. That is a 14.
That hits.
Hurrah. Okay, so now...
You
Chaos...
start by rolling a 1d8?
Yep, to decide my damage type.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just quote for a
Ooh.
second that the book does use the word, this is a warbling mass of chaotic energy.
A warbling mass.
It's an undulating warbling mass.
It's warbling, guys. Don't worry, guys. This spell warbles.
What type of damage does it do?
I rolled a 4. What's that on your
That is
list?
force damage.
Force damage.
Nice.
I use the force.
Mark
And it's-
Hamill's with you.
Yeah,
And it
Mark
is-
Hamill is with me.
And the damage is 2d8 plus 1d6,
Yaha.
which is a lot of damage.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10 damage.
10
Not
damage. That is And I'm going to tell you this right now. They have a weakness to force damage because they're made of glass, and that is exactly the amount of damage you needed to do to kill it.
Yes!
Boom! This one just like bolt of energy, it kind of like flickers through as it flies. It's at one point it's lightning, at one point it's acid, and then it kind of settles on this mass of like blue energy that explodes outwards, and the glass of this creature just it's like being blown for like a good few seconds till it shatters against the back wall of the room. At which point, the glass again kind of trembles, and its remains kind of lift up and create a circle, like a hollow circle, more like a circular frame of glass than an actual circle of glass.